All right, Calvin Johnson breaks his silence on Matthew Stafford, the Lions, cannabis business, all that good stuff. But let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon, comment button, share the video. ESPN got the interview. It says Lions. Check out Detroit Lions talk playlist, by the way. Lions can be deceiving at first glance. A casual sports fan, Eric Woodyard, wrote this. Casual sports fan wouldn't be hard pressed to think Calvin Johnson is an active football player. For those Johnson 35, those days are completely over. Quote, I'm far gone. Johnson told ESPN with a laugh, I want to enjoy my snowboarding and growing great products. Megatron still maintains his 6'5" frame, which helped him master many defenders to names to remember of the Detroit Lions. But now those gray hairs are slowly creeping in, along with being a husband and raising 3 sons. The retired wideout is a businessman. The product, the soon-to-be first ballot Hall of Famer, is referring is his cannabis business. Johnson launched Primitive, his new Michigan-based cannabis brand, this past week. His former Lion teammate Rob Sims, he even made a rare appearance for a meet and greet at the George River Rouge dispensary Thursday. They're hoping to change the narrative of cannabis and athletics, and after 3+ years of trials and error, Johnson and Sims were comfortable coming forward with the brand, even as he approached his Hall of Fame enshrinement August 7th, and potentially attaching the stigma of cannabis around his name. Quote, it's Calvin. I think it was definitely a thing, but was something that I believed in. Calvin said, when I used to play, I had fun with it, but at the same time, I knew there was something more to it. Pain management is one of the major benefits of marijuana, he said. The same pain that forced him to leave the game at the age 30 and break the hearts of many Lions fans when seamlessly had a lot left in the tank. The business of the sport then soured his relationship with the organization, Detroit Lions, as he forced to pay back a little more than $1 million to the Lions upon his retirement after 2015. The money was part of the signing bonus he was given at the start of his last contract. Johnson told ESPN he hasn't given any of the money. He hasn't been given any of the money back, and the Lions have yet to communicate any plans to do so. But he's described the relationship, particularly with the owner Sheila Ford Hamp, as a friendly one. As of this year, I've had a couple conversations with Sheila. I've got to know her a little bit. Johnson said, just really friendly, getting to know the family. She said she would send me and my wife some flowers after we had the baby. So it's been very friendly. That's where I'm really at. Just a friendly back and forth. The upcoming Hall of Fame induction has somewhat repaired the relationship, but there's still work to do. Obviously, yeah. This quote, obviously, yeah, because there have been noise, that there have been communication, but we'll see what happens, Johnson said. In March, team president CEO Rob Wood expressed that the relationship with Calvin is headed in the right direction. Starbucks. Dragon Fruit slaps. Starbucks sponsor me. But we working actively with Calvin, his team, on a celebration of the Hall of Fame, and continue. Excuse my neck. The conversations with them would say, I know Calvin mentioned publicly that he's connected with Sheila, and that's a positive step. So we'll continue to celebrate with him. I think the relationship is headed in the right direction. Pay me my money, is what Calvin said. Excuse me. Pay me my money. After all, Calvin was a spectacular. Excuse me. All right, let me get it all out. After all, Calvin Johnson was spectacular during his 9-year career in Motown. He still holds the Lions franchise record for receptions, 731, receiving yards, 11,619. The receiving touchdowns, 83. Could have easily had 100, probably 15,000 yards. Johnson will be just the third player enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame at 35 or younger, joining Gale Sayers and Jim Brown. His impact is still so strong. Detroit Lions tight end coach Ben Johnson is pushing current Pro Bowl tight end T.J. Hockenson to study Johnson film. As he enters year 3. He got me watching Calvin Johnson. Hockenson said all those guys. Hockenson said during Thursday OTA, he got me watching Travis Kelce, George Kittle, Darren Waller. Just me, everybody you can imagine. Okay, I mean, I'm watching them taking notes. I'm trying to be able to implement things in my game, and he shows me little tidbits like, hey, this is release point looks good, or the route looks good, and you can do this. Different things I can implement in my game will help me for years to come. Johnson is keeping a close eye on the Lions roster. He said he's been in communication with former teammate Matthew Stafford and feels he will make something happen with the Los Angeles Rams. and Johnson is looking forward to seeing the new look Detroit Lions with Jared Goff. I'm excited. Quote, I'm excited. Matthew, I love Matthew, but change the scenery for both of them was probably the best. And have somebody like Goff that's led his team to the big game already. Is relatively young. Johnson said then with head coach Dan Campbell, young coach. I played with Dan. He was playing with one arm. Johnson said of Campbell, but he was still out there and started playing against beast out there, but still sustaining. So mad respect to him, and I know the guys are going to respect him. I've met general manager and executive vice president Brad Holmes too. He's done some things out there in LA, so I'm looking forward to see what they do. All right. And you can read on ESPN. It's a little bit left, but yeah. I mean, Sheila got to pay him. If she definitely want to show she different, and they definitely want to be a part of Calvin Johnson Hall of Fame and Charmin, she got to pay him $1 million. You know, I don't know. I think she got $1 million. So, like I said, let's see how much Sheila worth. Oh, Sheila. Let's see what she worth. Oh, Sheila. Y'all don't know nothing about that. She worth $2 billion. She has a Bachelor of Arts degree from Yale University, where she played varsity tennis, earning major Y honors during her college career. So yeah. He said, "Who is the richest Ford?" Let's see. William Clay Ford Sr. Oh, we know that he died, didn't he? But she had a net worth of $2 billion. So Sheila got it. Was two. What's $1 million to $2.2 billion? 100,000 to 100. They saw the Rockefeller still rich. Let's read that question. What is left of the Rockefeller family is stashed away in charitable trust or divided among hundreds of descendants. The clan's collective net worth is an estimated $8.4 billion in 26. Shit, they still get it. Rockefeller died at age. That was the end of this chapter. And that's who y'all decided to name your company after? Please, y'all rock. Boy, Ether was... Ooh, that shit came out. No, we was like, what the fuck Nas come from? I ain't seen Nas in a minute. Those of age will understand. But yeah, honestly, man, get that man his money back. If he not, I want no fucking lying shit above on my stuff. But play him back. They building a relationship, man. And $1 million to people worth billions and billions of dollars, man. Go ahead, man. Let's see what Martha worth. I don't know what Martha worth. She the richest person from Akron. She the richest person from Akron, not LeBron James, not Steph Curry, even though he was born there. So she worth 1.4. She gonna die a billionaire. What can you buy? What Mr. Martha Firestone can buy at 95 years old? Jesus, that was from 2008. She probably worth a little bit more. Damn. I ain't gonna get on the fourth century, but yeah, Calvin, man. At the end of the day, man, of course he gonna support Matthew Stafford. He used to be his quarterback. I'm not surprised. Shout out to his cannabis business. I'm not really into cannabis, but yeah, do help with pain and all that stuff. So hopefully him and Rob Sims venture is successful. Hopefully he's successful. Everything he do, Calvin. To me, he had the best receiver highlight tape I seen. Randy Moss shit was dope too, but it wasn't Calvin Johnson. And think Calvin Johnson, he played 9 years too. I mean, look at something. I was watching him, Barry, Randy Moss. Calvin was something spectacular, and we wasted it. You know, we still ain't learned our lesson. I hope no more Calvin Johnsons and fucking Barry Sanders come here unless we ready to win and committed financially, committed with the right people to win. I don't want to see what happened with Herman, what happened to Barry. You know, none of those guys. Them dudes deserve to win. And on top of that, they was the nicest guys ever. And then you let Matthew Stafford walk, but don't let Barry and Calvin walk, even though it was two different regimes. Shit look racist, honestly. So, like I said before, we got a lot of things to change. But I'm not surprised, man. He support Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff. But let's bring Calvin home. Shit, we might have started GoFundMe to get his $1 million back. But hey, check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out anytime. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests, all my social media subscription. Advertise your business, chop it up, hit me up. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Best way to donate, share the video. Let me know what you guys think. Check Detroit Lions Talk playlist out. Don't forget to check my main channel, Walker Phillips Sports TV, right on YouTube. One time for one time. Peace.